7:58 sharp. Right. So I am your SAA and I will read our meeting rules this evening. Please identify yourself or rename yourself. I already put in the chat room or chat box. So if you were role takers, please rename yourself. For example, SAA Lita MBTC or Speaker 1, Andre. Yes, you did well. All right, Speaker 2, Vera, Speaker 3, Amelia, please rename yourself. Speaker 4, all right, good. And also for evaluator, perfect. Now, if you are visiting Toastmaster member, please rename yourself as PTM, your name and your club. And if you're a non-Toastmaster member or soon to be Toastmaster member, just rename yourself as guest, your name, and the city that you are living right now. Second, please unmute your microphone when you speak and remain unmuted when you are not speaking. Please turn on your camera during the meeting, particularly when you speak. We would also like to encourage you to respond to speakers by using positive emojis or gestures that you can find on your Zoom applications, such as thumb up, clapping, etc. We also have word of the today, and when speakers, evaluator, or everyone say that word, please like put your hand like this. Cool? Perfect. When you speak, please adjust your device camera and make sure at least your eye contact and upper body remained visible. When you are the speaker, please remember to look at the timer or pin the video of the timer of the meeting. That's all. Now I'm gonna call our president, Batoro Aji.
Hey, thank you, SAA, Melita Oktanawati. And yeah, hello everybody. I already greeted and talked to most of you already. And yeah, welcome to Magical Bali Toastmaster Club. And since I see here everybody are Toastmaster, so I don't need to explain what Toastmaster is because we already know, right? So let's just get on with it. Yeah, so let's start the meeting straight away. And as you know, guys, in every meeting we have the someone who is in charge for the meeting, and that is the Tom. And the Tom for tonight, I wanna invite you guys to give a really spectacular round of applause because this is his first time to be the Tom. Dennis Surya.
Okay. Thank you, President. So before we start the meeting, I will explain you our theme for today. So do you like butterflies? Please raise your hand. Do you know that butterfly is came from caterpillar and they need to break their shell to become butterfly. So our meeting of today is break out of your shell. It also remind me of my journey in Toastmaster because before this I am introvert person that I cannot speak in front of people. And I remember in my first time I froze in front when I deliver my table topic, and luckily I break out my shell and I become like me today. So if you have some problem, just remember that probably you need to break out yourself to become the best of yourself. So for our meeting today, we will have word of the day, emboldened. So it's like being courage. So like people, you want to be courage if you want to break out yourself because it will be hurt and it will not comfortable for you. So that's why you need to be brave. So that's our meeting today. So before we start, we need to know our uh, role taker today. So I will call our general evaluator. She is a factory owner and also a modest person. I will call not our GE today, Natalie Cahyadi.
Thank you, Toastmasters of the meeting. Toastmaster Danny, congratulations on breaking out of your shell. This is your icebreaker as Toastmasters of the meeting. Looking forward to your hosting for tonight's meeting. Hello, everyone. My name is Natalie, and I will be your general evaluator. My duty for tonight's meeting is to evaluate the whole meeting proceeding from beginning until the end, giving you some points for improvement, as well as identifying things that we did well in this meeting. I cannot do this alone. I have my team. So I would like to call upon the first team member, who is our table topic evaluator, Toastmaster Eric Fick, to briefly introduce his role. Please welcome Toastmaster Eric.
Hello, this is Eric in Colorado. It's going on 4 in the morning. It's good to be with you all. I will be listening to the table topic speeches and taking notes of things that I hear that are amazing and also room for improvement. And I'll give my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you, Natalie.
Awesome, Eric. Thank you. As you can see, this is one of the benefits of online meeting. We have people from all over the world connecting with us at the same time. Now, my second team member is from Ubud Canggu Toastmasters Club, our grammarian Toastmaster Reno. Please welcome Toastmaster Reno.
Thank you so much, GE. So I'm your grammarian. Basically, I'm going to listen to your usage of English language, and also the most important one is for me to take a look at the word of the day, because our word of the day for today, just as our Tom Danny just told us, is about embolden. And the definition is to instill someone with boldness, courage, resolution enough to overcome timidity and misgiving. So basically, you're so scared about something and then you embolden to do it. So this is how you can use the word. I give you one example on how to use that grammarian, that word of the day, which is bring near her twins. This seems to embolden her to loosen her tongue. So this is something that is very easy for us to incorporate to our speech. It's because back to the team, it's about trying to break out of your matrix. So embolden is the word of the day. I'm going to take a note on the good and how can we improve the usage of the English language, and I'll give the report at the end of the meeting. Going to give the stage back to our G. Thank you.
Thank you, our grammarian Toastmaster Reno. Next in my team is our counter, the only role that's available only in Toastmaster. I think this is also his first time as an counter. So I'm so glad that he emboldened his resolve and do this role. Please welcome Toastmaster Gede Udik.
Thank you, Natalie. Thank you, GE. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. I will be your counter today. The purpose of the counter is to note word and sound that are used as crutch or false filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused word, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen popular sound, including and I will also note when a speaker repeat a word or phrase, such as I, or this means. And at the end of the meeting, I will report a number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you. Back to you, GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gede. Now moving on to another caterpillar in my team who's trying to break out of his own cocoon. The first time timer. Please welcome Toastmaster Dede Mahotama.
Thank you, GE. So I'm your timer for tonight's meeting. So as the standard procedure goes, every speaker have their minimum, middle time, and their maximum time of speaking. For the minimum time, I will display the yellow background. That means the main speaker have 5 minutes. The table topic is 1 minute, and the evaluator speaker time is 2 minutes. And for the middle time, I will display the yellow background. That for the main speaker, that is 6 minutes. The table topic speaker is 1 minute and 30 seconds, and the evaluator is 2 minutes and 30 seconds of your speaking time. And lastly, the maximum speaking time, I will display the red background right here. The main speaker is 7 minutes of your speaking time. The table topic is 2 minutes, and and the evaluator is 3 minutes of your speaking time. So after reaching your maximum of your speaking time, you guys have 30 minutes to wrap up your entire speech. Thank you, and back to you, GE.
Thank you, Timer Dede. A little bit of correction. You have 30 seconds to wrap up the speech. If you
Wait.
have 30 minutes to wrap up your speech, this meeting, ladies and gentlemen,
Sorry.
it's okay.
Okay, thank you, GE. I meant 30 seconds. Sorry.
I did exactly the same thing. You're still lucky it's not ours. All right, moving on to my last team member. It's the ballot counter, Toastmaster Yuliani. Please welcome Toastmaster Yuliani.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Juliani, and my role tonight is ballot counter. I will cast the ballot for the selection for the best speaker, best evaluator, and also best table topic. So, and the end also, I will announce for the winner. So, everyone, please enjoy the meeting. And back to you, GE. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yuliani. All right, that's it from my team, and we will return to this in the second half of the meeting to embolden you in your speaking. Back to you, Tom, Toastmaster Danny.
Okay, thank you, GE, for the introduction. Okay, so in every Toastmaster meeting, we have 3 sessions. The first session is the prepare speech session, with people speak for 5 until 7 minutes. And then the second session is table topic session. It's usually for guests to practice their impromptu speech, so they can easy speak like me before and practice. And the third session is evaluation session. This is special for Toastmaster because in every Toastmaster meeting we will be evaluated. So we can improve ourselves to be a better person. So let's continue to the first session for the prepared speech session. So for the first session, we will have a speaker that from Sumba. He is a online Indonesian teacher who had Bahasa Indonesia lesson at school, but now he become member of MBTC and also CPM of this TNC Advanced Toastmaster. It will be evaluated by Safira Nabila from Malang Toastmaster Cup, and let's welcome our evaluator Safira Nabila to introduce Andre Mauri project.
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry I'm not able to turn on my cam. Currently, Borneo is having troubles with signal all over the place. So, yeah, hopefully in the next session, I'll be able to turn on my cam. So, Andre. Andre, as introduced, is an online educator. He will be presenting his leadership development pathway on level 2, project 1, about time management. He'll be delivering a 5 to 7 minute speech titled Work Hard, Play Hard, and Party Hard. Ooh, isn't that interesting? Okay, Andre with Work Hard, Play Hard, and Party Hard, Andre.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bia. Can I pin the timer first? Okay, yeah, Dede. Just a moment.
Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, do you know what candy never arrives on time? I just typed that question in the chat box. What candy never arrives on time? Does anyone know the answer? Valley
Chocolate.
candy? Yeah, that's right. It's chocolate. Chocolate. The answer is chocolate. Yeah, chocolate. Always late, never on time. I bet everyone loves eating chocolate here. That's totally fine, except if you have diabetes. Please do not eat chocolate when you have it. Anyway, I'm not going to be talking about candy, chocolate, or diet tonight. Instead, I'll be talking about time management. First of all, let me take you all to the time when I was working as a teacher at a big language school in Bali from 2013 to 2018. At the time, my schedule was perfect. Everything was well organized. Being punctual and being disciplined has been the culture of that language school in Bali. I work 5 days a week, 7 hours a day, plus an hour lunch break or dinner time in between my teaching hours, depending on my working shifts. Being punctual, as I said earlier, has been shown by all staff, management, and teachers, and they would always perform each and every task very well. And I learned a lot from them on how to manage time effectively in order to be a more disciplined teacher. At that language school, I used to teach 2 classes a day for 1.5 hours or 2 hours each. Then I would make lesson plans and then prepare the teaching materials for the next lessons. A very typical teaching job routine on weekdays. What about weekends? Well, my weekend activities were pretty obvious. I used to sleep in and get up a little late. Then I would go out to get chicken soto or yellow rice for breakfast between 9 and 10 on Saturday morning. In the afternoon, I would play futsal with my friends from 4 to 6. Then in the evening, after the futsal game, I would hang out with my friends, going to bars, cafes, and restaurants. Sunday was a bit relaxing. I just stayed home reading my favorite books, watching movies, or listening to my favorite music. What a very nice work-life balance I had at the time. I work hard, play hard, and party hard, especially on Saturday nights. I still remember all the fun I shared with my friends. However, things were a bit different after I resigned from that language school in August 2018. My schedules and routines totally changed as I didn't have any more classes to teach. After having a farewell with my colleagues and the school management, I had to prepare everything I needed before going to the UK to continue my studies at the University of Bristol. I was very lucky to get this opportunity after I won the LPDP scholarship from the Indonesian Ministry of Finance. At the University of Bristol, I took a 1-year master course in education, and I still remember on my last working day during the farewell, my boss came to me and then asked me, Andre, how long are you going to be studying in the UK? And then I said to her, it's going to be 1 year. He said, okay, make the most of your time there and do your best, like you always do. More importantly, enjoy and have fun in the UK. Long story short, I arrived at Heathrow Airport in London on the 12th of September 2018. I was picked up by a couple who offered me a free ride from Bristol, from London Airport to Bristol. On our way, the couple said to me, Andre, good luck with your new adventure here. To me, it sounded like, Andre, work hard, play hard, and party hard. Anyway, Have you ever heard a saying, all beginnings are difficult? Anyone? All beginnings are difficult? Yeah, that's exactly what I experienced in the first few months living and studying in the UK. The cold winter and the rain made it even more difficult. And coming from a tropical country really forced me to adapt to different kinds of weather, different kinds of food, and different kinds of lifestyle. But that doesn't mean I didn't enjoy what I did though. In fact, I had a great, fantastic, and exciting time of my life there. I could meet new friends from different parts of the world and learn lots of new things from them. I really did lots of things and I was super busy in the first term of my course. I had to take 3 units with lots of readings and assignments. And besides that, I've been elected the president of the Indonesian Students Association of Bristol for 1 year, where I had to plan and organize events with my Indonesian friends. We organized art, cultural, and sport events. I was even busier when I decided to join a leisure league with my Nigerian friends from Africa. It's a six-a-side football competition, pretty much like futsal, but it's played outdoor. I bet you all can imagine how busy I was studying at uni from Monday to Friday, Wednesday, and then playing football games on Thursday, and going to library to study on Fridays for group discussions and reading, plus organizing events for the Indonesian Students Association. Once my classmate asked me, Andre, how can you manage all these things while we've been busy, crazy, and stressed out with all the assignments? I told her, well, it's all about time management, no secrets. If you've got lots of things to do, then you definitely need to make your to-do list. You can write down all the activities you need to do, set your schedule on Google Calendar, or simply hold the mental list of things you have to do. And more importantly, remember your priorities. That's how I manage my time to be able to study and do lots of fun and exciting things at the same time. The time management skills that I learned from working at the language school in Bali have emboldened me to do even more. I also keep reminding myself, Andre, you only have 1 year here, make the most of it, work hard, play hard, and party hard. Back to you, Tom.
Thank you, Andre, for your sharing experience about your school life and really great about. Okay, and for the second speaker, it is Ayu Wirawati. It will be evaluated by Benjamin Whitaker. He is people that love to sport and have little bit experience from Army. Let's welcome our evaluator, Ben.
All right, thanks, Tom. Our next speaker, I would think, is stronger than Wonder Woman. As a mother, a wife, a teacher, and of course, an amazing Toastmaster, over the last 2 years plus, I've had an opportunity to evaluate her on many occasions, and always very honored to do so. So this evening, Toastmaster Wira will present her Level 5 Project 2, Manage a Successful Events. And the purpose of this project is for Toastmaster Wira to practice planning and organizing, leading and implementing an event, and to share her experience planning, organizing, leading, and implementing the event. All right, excellence. So let's welcome, with a 5 to 7 minute speech, our Wonder Woman, Toastmaster Wira, with We're complete and ready to move forward. We're complete and ready to move forward, Toastmaster Wira.
Thank you. I have body from toes to neck, but not my head. What am I? Am I possible? Can I survive? Can I even alive? Fellow Toastmasters and guests, this situation we almost face in our Toastmaster Club, Magical Bali Toastmaster, in which we have the body, the eager members, the supportive officers, but we almost have no head, our club officer, our club president. This situation encouraged us to find out a way to solve this situation. We need to find someone who can be our club president. And in order to do that, we need to do president election. As a secretary, one of my responsibilities is to conduct this event. My first reaction was I was excited. At the same time, I'm nervous because it's going to be my first experience to lead this event. So we had so many support from many people. We had very limited time to prepare for this event because the new half annual will be started soon, the January 1st. At that time, it was in the middle of December, where we had to start the action. Reading many sources, leadership handbook, and many sources from the internet, watching different kind of videos from YouTube about how to do the election and also installation, and having the internal meeting with the other officers, consulting with our area director, with our division director, as well as our district director, district 87 director, were also some of our action for the preparation. After we got all the information and we had clear ideas about how to do it along with all the procedures, then we start to think about deciding the time, the best time for all of us to do this election. We also need to prepare for the invitation as well as preparing all the role takers. But this event, we don't need so many role takers. We need only few of them. We decided to do this event on the 26th of December. It was started from 7 until 7:30. So at a time, we shared the invitation to all of the members. Luckily, we got positive response. Out of 21, there were 16 of them could manage to join the event. So that means we already meet the requirement. We met the quorum in which we have to make sure that most majority of the active member could join that election. In that election, as usual, it started by the Sergeant at Arms to prepare the meeting. And then I am as the secretary, I have to lead the meeting from the beginning until finish. We had our immediate past president who opened the meeting happily. So we share the agendas of the meeting. For example, we explain this current situation that we face in the club. And then we offer all of the members to propose the candidate. They can propose themselves or also proposing other member. After that, we finalize the candidate. And then we give a chance for the candidate to give 1 to 2 minutes speech about their vision and mission. And after that, we do the polling. And then announcing the current president and also the other officer. And at the end, the area director did the installation. Everything runs so well based on the agenda that we prepared. But unfortunately, we miss one thing, which is the time each of the candidates, whenever they share the speech, 1 to 2 minutes. But the rest are fine. Everything ran very well. We got 2 candidates for the president, and they came from the current officers. And that made us have to do another election for that officers. Great thing, everyone participates and improved very well on the election. And at the end, we got all club officers. And it was a rewarding experience because we could hear the speeches from each of the candidates. And it was very nice when we got the installation led by our area director. Several days after that election, as a secretary, I have to submit the new names of our role takers. I mean, we have to submit the officers to our club centers in international Toastmaster website. This is really great experience for us, where we can see that all members, they have the chance to witness every single procedure that we need to do during the election. All members can participate, can give their voice, can propose for the candidate, even they can propose themselves to be the candidate. It's also a great place for every candidate to practice their impromptu speech, as they have a chance to deliver 1 to 2 minutes speech about their vision and mission. So after all, at the end, we find out how to change the challenge that we face in the beginning into an opportunity to try something new. So never see a challenge as a burden for you and even stop your journey. Use it as an opportunity for you to try something new. And at the end, our body is eager to learn and explore, and our head is ready to lead and guide. Now we are complete and ready to move forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mira, for explaining our election time before this. And now we will move to the third speaker, which is Amelia Devi, will be introduced by Miranda Rumi, distinguished Toastmaster. She is a motivated person, and she really motivates you to become better. And she's been known by Mother of Toastmaster in MBTC. So let's welcome Miranda Rumi.
Yes, let me unmute myself. Thank you, Danny. I have the pleasure of introducing the next speaker. She is not quite senior, but also not new. She's an intermediate member. She's been a member for quite some time, and I've known her since the beginning, and I've seen her amazing development and growth as a Toastmaster, as a leader. She is a pharmacist and also a lecturer in our neighboring island in Lombok. But she is known amongst Toastmasters for her very special passion, and you can call it hobby, which is she's a fan of a Korean band called Shinhwa. And her hobby is traveling, but a very specific kind of traveling, which is going to concert, to this Korean band concerts in Singapore, in Korea, and she has many stories that came out from there. So recently she has attempted to do an HBL project on the area club, I'm sorry, the club contest, the recent club contest, and today she is going to give her second speech on the HPL performance, high performance leadership. The title of this speech is called Finished, and the purpose of this speech is for her to share her experience, some aspect of her experience completing this big project. The speech is 5 to 7 minutes. So let us welcome Amelia Dewi. Amelia Dewi, Finished.
Can you hear my voice?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and distinguished guests. We all now already on the second month of 2021. We only have 11 months left. What have you done in your New Year resolution? Is there anything already accomplished? Well, for me personally, I'm not really doing any. I'm not really making any resolution this year because every time I made it, it become failed. But despite of that, on year 2021, I learned a few things that I have done from my high performance leadership project. So the project is to become the contest chair on MBTC Club contest. And to prepare the contest, I have watched a few contests in other club, and each club has different style. Well, there is a club that I visit that more tense, and no talking in the contest, but also there is a club that more lenient and more relaxed in the contest, and I pick a few things so I could compose how the contest done. Well, I believe that our club, MBTC, is one of the most enthusiastic and also competitive club in Division G. We have total 11 contestants that spreads on 3 categories, which are evaluation, table topic, and also international speech. And at first, to determine the contest time, I use Google Form to make contestant votes for the schedule. So why I made them vote? Because they will not protest after we decided the time. And we took the morning time. Many people choose that, and also it could be comfortable for Eric that live in US. After that, I asked Miranda to be the chief judge, and she agreed to do it. I also helped her to find another judge. Well, at the beginning, actually, I already asked a few persons to become the role taker, such as timer or the SAA, but unfortunately, they have sudden matter at the day, so I need to find other person. So a couple days before the contest, I need to find another person. But luckily, we have our brother and sister clubs that really big help to me, such as Ubud Canggu, Surabaya Toastmaster, Eagle, Malang Toastmaster, and also from Phoenix, Medan. They all give their hands to help me. And before the D-Day, we brief the contestant, the judge, and the role takers. The judge is for scoring. The contestant is how to manage and how to prepare the speech, and also the role taker. So we could conduct the contest, and we could use the time effectively because it will be very long time. On the D-Day, I really appreciate all the role taker and also the judge because they all come on time. Maybe a couple mistakes also happen, but it went quite well, and also it end on time also. But in this all process, I get really big help from many direction. Well, I will give my thanks especially to Melita, our VPA, because Melita is always be there. Even if I feel confused or desperate, she always give me suggestion to me. She also helping me to asking the role taker when some people can attend it. And with her being there, I don't feel alone when I'm doing this project. And also, beside her, I also would like to thank Sani. Sani is our past contest chair, and she gave me many suggestions how to conduct the contest. And as a VPPR, she also helped with the publication and all the design, including certificate and also the announcement. And for the other role takers, they are really doing great job. And without them, this contest will not happen. After this HPL project, I realized that actually human really can do anything alone, cannot do anything alone. They need help from others to do something. Well, in my real life, usually I like to work alone. Sometimes giving other people belief, other people faith that they will work that they will work okay or they will work good. Well, sometimes it's hard to believe other people. That is why in work, I usually took the burden of my work alone. And yeah, it's really stressing me. But when I do the contest, I've got help from others, and we also share our stress and also our burden with other person. So I won't feeling very bad or not very stressful if I compare it with doing it alone. Sometimes there is a job that we need to share because we cannot do it alone. And we need to leave our faith to others so they can make and work for it. Teamwork is the work of the key of the success project.
and so many things that we possibly done if we are doing it together. And to close my speech, I would like to quote something I got from internet. It's from Ryunosuke Satoru. He said that individually, we are only one drop, but together, we are the ocean. Back to Tom.
Great. Thank you, Amelia, for your hard work for make the contest working smoothly. And now we will go to the fourth speaker, which is Batoro Aji. Will be introduced by Sabrina Fitria. She is a motivated person and like to develop herself constantly. That's why she become member of Universitas Indonesia Toastmaster Club and Bandung Bahasa Toastmaster Club. Let's welcome Sabrina Fitria to introduce the speaker. Please applause.
Thank you, Toastmaster Denny. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The fourth speaker would be Toastmaster Batoro Aji. Toastmaster Batoro Aji is a curious learner and he likes to try out many things to find his way. Now he will deliver a project in level 5, high performance leadership. This is the second speech and the path is effective communication. The time would be 5 until 7 minutes. So I will just call upon Toastmaster Batoro Aji. The takeaway WTF, the takeaway WTF, Toastmaster Batoro Aji.
Okay. Thank you, Sabrina. In a doing HPL project, I learned that there are some qualities that a leader should understand. And when I think about it, what I have learned in this project is similar with my experience in climbing a mountain. And the first one that I learned is W, for way. It is important for a leader to know where he or she is heading. And in my experience in climbing a mountain, there was a path that will lead us to the top of the mountain. And the path is various. There's like an easy one, even though it's constantly inclining, the narrow path, and also the path that is covered by the plants, etc. But the thing is, as long as we stick on the track, it will take us to the destination. And along the way, there are posts for us to rest or camp. And the similarities I see here is first, the path is like the scope of work. And the second, the posts are like milestones. So the scope of work in a project helped me to focus on what to do, focus on which direction to go. And then the milestones help me to measure how far have I gone and how far more do I need to go. And I learned that without these things, I will not have clarity. And as a leader, I will not be able to lead. John Maxwell said, a leader is someone who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. And the second thing I learned is T, for time. What is the ultimate goal of climbing a mountain, guys? Can you type in the chat box? Okay, to come down, yeah. To get to the top, enjoying the journey, yes. But I would say sunrise. Me and my friends, we initially aim for the sunrise, but for some reason, we need to change the plan. So we hike in the morning, and our second plan is to get to the top by the afternoon so that we can go down and camp for a night. However, because of some things, we didn't manage to do it. We didn't get to the top. We failed to stick with the time, so we failed to accomplish the goal. And just like my experience, in doing this project, we had delay. And I realized how dragging that could be for us. And it could continue for a long time if we didn't really do something about it. In worst case scenario, I might fail the project. So we needed to reset the time. We reset the time and commit ourselves to stick with the time, the new timeline that we had set. And voila, we finally managed to finish the project. Sometimes we don't really feel it when we delay. Days can be weeks, weeks can be months, and months can be years. Time moves slowly, but passes quickly. And the next thing I learned is F for fuel. So the fuel for climbing a mountain is food and water. And that time, I didn't really bring a lot of food and water. Me and my friend only have the right amount according to the plan that we had. And when we went up, we were with someone, we were with another group who were surprisingly didn't really bring any food. That is, wow. So we needed to share with them because we understand how crucial it is to keep everybody to stay, to have energy. So as in doing the project, it is crucial to keep everybody to stay motivated. And in the middle of the process, we experience some slowdown, and it's normal because each of us have our own things. And it was, but as a leader, I understand the responsibility. I need to keep everybody to stay motivated. And it was a real challenge. We did it by appreciating everyone's work and to make the environment as fun as possible and less tense as possible. We also supported everyone by offering help to those who experience some difficulties. And we believe that these simple things helps everybody to to stay motivated. And it apparently could. And Brian Tracy once said, the best leaders have a high factor of consideration. They care about their people. So in doing this project, the HPL project, experiencing leading a project, it has taught me, it has helped me to measure my quality, the quality of my leadership. And it also has helped me to discover the things that I still lack and struggle with. And those are the way, the time, and the few. So the takeaway of doing this HPL is WTF. Back to the Tom.
Thank you, Aji, for explain your journey to the mountain like in the HCL. And now we already have 4 speakers speak. Now we will go to the second session, which is table topic that will for the guests. So that's our welcome our table topic master. He is Ping Hendra. He really motivated person. He already go to PET. So let's we welcome our CTM for today, Ping Hendra.
Hello, everybody. Hope all of you are doing amazing in this wonderful Friday evening. And morning for our amazing Eric. So what is Table Topics all about? So Table Topics, the purpose is to introduce guests to Toastmasters basically, and we will give out some topics which is impromptu speaking to the guests, and I will only tell you the topic on the spot, and you only have 1 to 2 minutes to say out your speech. If you would like to look at the timer later, the speech will be 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, the timer will give out green color. If it's 1:30, it will be yellow color. If it's on the 2nd minute mark, then it will be in red color. When you see red, you have up to 30 seconds, not 30 minutes. You have up to 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. And this will give you the courage. It will break out of your shell and will embolden you to the path of amazing public speaking. And that is how all of us here started. Okay, so I would like to call upon, first of all, this person has really helped us, myself and Aji, WTF guy, on our HPL. We did our HPL together, and I would like to call upon Teresia Enda.
Tere is disconnected.
She's out, man.
Not here.
She's not here. Oh,
Wi-Fi
no, she's not
connection
here.
problem.
Okay, if that's the case, then I would like to invite Krishna Chiepa.
Yes.
I'm your evaluator.
He's the table topic evaluator.
Seni.
There's Seni. Okay, there's Seni. Oh, I thought Eric is the table topics evaluator. Anyway, okay, Seni. Let's have Seni.
Hi, King, I'm here.
Oh, perfect. Seni. Great. The topic would be, tell us a story or an experience where you break out of your shell in terms of your fear. Where you break out of your shell in terms of your fear. Toastmaster Seni, the floor is yours.
Okay, guys, give me a moment, yeah. 5 seconds to charge my laptop. Okay, thanks for waiting me. Okay. My experience of freaking out of myself. Well, I've been living in Medan since I was a child, since I was born, actually. I have been travel abroad for a couple of times, like China, Singapore, Malaysia. Then because of that experience, I learned the culture from the other countries, and it's quite often that I compare to my country culture. Yeah, there was a few things that need to be fixed according to my observation. Yeah. So when I was graduated from the college, I have put one dream in my mind that one day I'm gonna stay out of my hometown. Then time flies by, I graduated, and then I find a job, and then I've been work for 9 years. And when I joined the Toastmasters, I can say that I have the courage to break out from my own self. So it was happening in 2019 when I finally I can stay in Bali. Yeah, but yeah, Unfortunately, I only can stay for around 1 year because of the coronavirus. Then it's like pull me back to my hometown. But yeah, thankfully, even though I only experienced 1 year living in Bali, at least I have tried and I have shown to myself and also to everybody around me that I have ever breaking of my own self. Thank you very much. I will to back to you to Ping.
Thank you, Sunny. Wow, we are very similar in a way. I'm also from Medan, and I also travel abroad, and I also have the same breaking out of my shell where I move out, and now I'm in Bali. So thank you so much for sharing your story. That's incredible. Now let's have our guest. And our guest would be not Toastmasters yet, Jervin.
Hello, good
Jervin.
evening. Yes.
Yes, not Toastmasters yet.
Good
Okay,
evening.
Jervin, perfect. So, are you ready?
Oh, hopefully, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It means
I'm
you're
ready.
ready. The moment you reply, it means you're ready. Great. So, I would like for you to share with us, all of us here, the story of you breaking out of your shell in terms of your shyness. The story of you breaking out of your shell in terms of your shyness. 1 to 2 minutes. The floor is yours.
Okay. Okay. Can everyone hear me clearly now? So sorry, my
Yes,
internet
we can hear.
connection is unstable, so I turn off my video.
Okay, no
Is
worries.
it okay? Okay. Um. So thank you for the chance being given to me to be the speaker tonight. Impromptu makes me so nervous, and yeah, shyness is very suit me well. Shyness suit me well. So breaking up my shell from in terms of shyness, I've had an experience about that. I'm now a teacher, but before that, I was so shy to speak in front of many people, even for the children, the students. So I I barely could not speak, um, even like saying hi, how are you, or something like that. But um, then I try. Um, that's a challenge, right? So I I'd like to challenge myself that I think I cannot stay shy because I have to I had a responsibility to be a teacher later. If I am shy, I am still shy. What will I do to teach? Then what the thing that also encouraged me was that I'm eager to share something. I'm eager to share my knowledge. I'm eager to share about the things to my students. That's what encouraged me to try to challenge myself. That I think I have to move on. I have I have to challenge myself to talk. Then I try with my friends, and also because of that, I think that good encouragement and good motivation from within is very important to break our shell from shyness. That's all. Thank you so much. Back to you, Pig.
Wow, that's amazing. Encouragement and motivations from within. It's how you break out of your shell in terms of your shyness. That is amazing, and that is very, very true. Thanks so much for the very encouraging and very powerful motivation for us. Thank you so much. And let's have another guest. and it's Soli. Soli Deo Glory. Soli, once, Soli, twice, Soli, 3 times. Okay, great. Now let's have another guest that we have here. It's Vincent. Is Vincent here with us? Vincent? Nope. Okay, let's
Hi,
have.
hello. I'm here. I'm sorry.
Okay, great.
I forgot to unmute my mic.
Great, Vincent. Are you ready? Yes, you
Yeah,
are
more
because
or
you
less.
more or less. Okay, great. So let's have you share your story with us in terms of you breaking out of your shell for your career.
For my career.
Yes,
Okay.
1 to 2 minutes. The floor is yours.
So basically, I'm really home, like a home staying boy like that. I I feel really comfortable just living in my area. I mean, I live in Jakarta, so basically, at first I was never think of getting out of Jakarta for especially for working. But well, fate has told me to do something else to break out of my shell. So I went to this company, a smartphone company, and it told me to go for a business trip. So in a month, I may be traveling to 4 different cities, especially in Sumatra and in East Java. So I will spend a month there, uh, checking out the branches, actually the stores, because retail stores, because the company I was in was a smartphone company. So yeah, every retail stores I need to visit to check the uh, quality control. So I was handling the quality control of each retail shops. So basically, in this experience, I was really experiencing a lot of things. Like, uh, I wasn't, there wasn't anyone helping me there. I need to go undercover. I cannot, I cannot contact the local managers over there to tell me, okay, I'm right here. Please, take me to this store to check whatsoever. So, because I'm in a quality control department, so I need to go silently, silently to each stores, checking, okay, this meets the criteria, okay, here and there. So this this job wasn't I wasn't it wasn't in my mind during that time. I wasn't thinking of this was my dream job. But a year a year passed by. I was getting used to this, so I become a lot stronger in terms of physique and mentality, because in Jakarta everything is available, but when I reach when I arrive in Sumatra, oh, it's totally different. Totally different. Transportation is very hard, was very hard, and lots of, how do you say, uh, you just need to raise your hand and then on the side of streets, and then, okay, please take me to this place, please take me to that place, like that. And for example, like Gojek and Grab is not always available. So yeah, it's pretty much a wild adventure for me. Yeah. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Vincent. As someone that's from Sumatra, I can really relate how crazy transportation is. So I understand you completely. Do we have time for one more or no? Timer? Nope. Yes, no.
Yes.
We have, okay, let's have one more. Okay, let's have our newest member, Anda Wijaya. Our newest member here.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, great. Let's have you share with us the story of you breaking out of your shell in terms of your personal life.
Wow.
Okay, the floor is
Okay.
yours.
Okay. Hello, fellow Toastmaster. My experience breaking myself is I was born in small city, Bogor, and I grow up with my friends and start from elementary until senior high school. I never went out from my city, but started university. I moved to many city in Indonesia, and I ever visited from Aceh until Manado. And this is, I feel this is a record for me, yeah, breaking myself, because I come from small city, but after that I can visited many city in Indonesia. And after working in two companies in Indonesia, lucky me, I joined with Fortune 500 companies in Indonesia. I can visited many countries in the world, Europe, New Zealand, Australia, and this is, I think, it's a break record for myself. Yeah. Now, start 2021. This is a breaking record for myself also, because I went out from my companies and I starting to build my company from the craft. And yeah, this is I thanks to God. Yeah, all the journey so smooth. Yeah, this is breaking myself, I think. Thank you, and back to the thing.
Thank you so much, Anda. Wow, that's incredible of your courage and how you break out of your shell and build your own business, your own company from scratch. And I wish you all the best. And with that, we end our table topic session. Thank you so much, everybody. And please, Dede, please send out the timers report. Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much. And back to you again, Tom.
Okay, thank you everyone. Now we will have a break time. So we have 3 minutes for the break because we're a little bit time behind. So before that, we will have a picture led by Seni. I will welcome Seni to take picture.
Yep. Hello, guys. Well, it's been a while. Yeah, I haven't joined the MBTC meeting. Okay, I know that you all have been waiting for the break of 5 minutes. Yeah. Okay, let's turn on your video, guys. For the off counter, Solideo, Glory, who else? Okay, we have 2 pages. So I need your favor, guys. I need 4 posts from you. Okay, let's start. Hi, Krishna Kipa. Krishna, you've heard the same virtual background with me. All right. Sorry for the intermezzo. Okay, first page, people. Pose. 3, 2, 1. Okay, hold on. Let me paste it to the top, yeah. Where is the top? Okay. Then the second page. Still normal pose. Second page, ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now it's the fun pose. Okay, first page. Everybody, first page. All right. And fun pose for the second page. 3, 2, 1. All right. Over to you, Toastmaster Danny.
Okay, thank you, Sunny. So we will have 3 minutes of break. So we'll come in and 9:30 seconds. Time, please. Timer, please. Time, 3 minutes. Think everyone, let's have your break and do your thing. Okay.
It's been 3 minutes, so hopefully they come back soon.
Hello, thank you.
Wow, Ben. Oh, Ben, you sounds like a real police. Ooh.
Okay, now we have back for the breakout. So everyone, please prepare for the third session. The third session, it is speed evaluation that will be led by our general evaluator, Natalie Cahyadi. Let's welcome Natalie Cahyadi.
Thank you, Toastmasters of the meeting. Toastmaster Danny. Great job so far. Evaluation is the breakfast of champion and the heart of Toastmaster. And that's why in every Toastmaster meeting, we have this assigned session called evaluation session. And as your general evaluator, I will lead this evaluation session. First, we will start with prepared speeches evaluators, and then we will continue with a more technical evaluator like grammarian, counter, timer ballot counter, and table topic evaluator. I would like to also acknowledge our silent evaluator who is evaluating our table topic master, Toastmaster Krishna Kipa. Thank you so much for participating and for your presence and your feedback for our TTMping. We really appreciate you. Thank you. Now let's move on to our first evaluator. Her name is Safira Nabila. For a lot of us, we call her Bia. Bia is from Malang, and currently she's studying at Brawijaya University, and she is in her 5th semester. She is Surgeon at Arms at Malang Toastmasters Club, and she has a very melodious vocal tone, as well as friendly personality. I can't wait to hear her feedback for our first speaker, Toastmaster Andre. So please welcome Toastmaster Bia.
Andre. Oh, Andre, I really enjoy your speech. It's very, in a sense, it's very enjoyable for me because you are able to captivate me with your pauses in between sentences. And I really enjoy that. For somebody who has trouble talking, because sometimes I talk too fast, sometimes I talk slowly. So you are talking in such a manner that is very enjoyable for me, and I really adore you for that. And I also love your flow of storyline. It managed to capture my attention and follow through with what you're trying to say. However, I probably would want you to work on your vocal variety. Like you talk in such a comforting sense that sometimes you talk in a very monotonous, and you talk like, here I am, I'm doing this. You could say, here I am, to more captivate the audience attention once again. And you can also differentiate when you're having a conversation between somebody else and yourself. I remember you said you have a conversation with this lady, and you could say, hey, I'm doing this, make that teeny weeny girl voice, could even make a joke about it. And you could make your voice more deeper. You could really manage to make a difference with that. And what I would like for you to do in order for you to challenge yourself is emphasize on your points as you go with your storyline. Like, make sure that the audience catches on what you're trying to say when you are telling your story. Continue with emphasizing on it. Overall, I really enjoy your voice. This is the first time I hear your speech, and Andre, I'm just lost for words. Okay, thank you. Back to you, GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bia, our first evaluator, for that encouraging evaluation. Moving on to our second evaluator. Now, before I introduce him, I would like to ask you all, have you ever been to Iraq? Yay, nay. I think most of us have never been to Iraq. But our second evaluator had been to Iraq, where the real bomb dropped from the sky and not just in our PC or in our mobile phone. So Benjamin Whitaker, our second evaluator, is an ex-army, occasional stock market crasher, where he also dodged the bomb of stock prices falling down. And he currently is teaching in one of the international schools in Bali. He will evaluate our second speaker, Toastmaster Wira. So please welcome second evaluator, Toastmaster Ben.
All right, thank you, Madam GE. And unfortunately, our speaker's internet is not here. So I'll pretend that she is, and it's okay. So distinguished Toastmasters, honored guests, and more importantly, in spirit, Toastmaster Wira. Now, she's not dead. She just texted me right now. She's trying to connect. She had a very insightful speech. And I remember my first time planning an event, not that first time. And to remind the audience, Toastmaster Wira's purpose was to share about an event that she planned, practiced, and executed. She did it with flawless efforts. It was perfect. And Toastmaster Wira, she, over the course of the week, we had a communication back and forth, because I've been able to evaluate her over the course of 2+ years many, many times. And it's trying to find a different way to kind of continue to add value. So new evaluators, I really encourage you to contact your speaker, talk about what they are working on for their speech. So it gives you an idea to focus in and hone in on what they want and what they want to be able to present to us. She gave me 2 things. She's like, I want my virtual performance and lighting to be checked. And then number 2, my structure and content. All right, so for the purpose of this, start off with number 1, her virtual performance and lighting. Again, her virtual performance, clarity was there. And if you don't know, Wira is a teacher. So every time she talks, it's like talking to her students, and that's us, the audience. So she always does that with such a great tone where I would not want to be late for class. So that was great. And then she also brings that fantastic smile, which makes it a much more comfortable speech, I believe. Now, to talk about her position, she was a little bit to the left. If she wanted to be center, I'm not sure, but that would be the only suggestion about her position with her, is get more center. Now, the bulk of it, the structure and content. Now, again, starting off with the latter, the content, as we discussed in the beginning, it was to discuss about a plan that she had to execute, practice, and then, this event that she prepared. And she mentioned it step by step with little anecdotes with each step, which kind of helps us get through the pacing of exactly what happened. And again, her structure, the great beginning, middle, and end. Getting it started, communicating, getting it going, and then the aftermath of it all. So the structure was greatly there. The one thing I would like to have maybe heard was a little bit of the struggle. What was the difficult part? And guess what? When you're giving a speech, even if it's like about a plan that you did, the audience doesn't know what happened for real. So maybe we can add a little story where there is something difficult, where you had a misunderstanding of communication with somebody, and add a little dramatic tone. I would have liked that a lot, just for entertainment value. But again, of course, it was flawless. So again, Toastmaster Aware, if you hear me in spirit and it's recorded, just work on the dramatic tension, a little bit centered, and I can't wait to hear another spectacular speech from you. Back to you, GE. Thank you very much.
Thank you, our second evaluator, Toastmaster Ben, for that comprehensive evaluation. Moving on to our third speech evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Miranda. She is an emotional healing coach, and essentially she is a mother for her son Govinda, for her dogs Akira, Gojira, and Aya, and for her fellow Toastmasters in Bali, including us all. She is our Toastmaster Mama. And I can't wait to listen to her sharing her insights for Amelia, our third speakers. So please welcome our third evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Miranda Rumi.
Thank you, Natalie, for such a generous and I love the introduction. Okay, so with Amelia, I want to commend you on your excellent work with the project, with the club contest, and everybody, not just me, I've seen it in the chat, and also after the contest, everybody said how wonderful your chairing of the contest had been. So kudos to you, great admiration and great respect to what you have done. And with that project, you have shown to be a hardworking, responsible person with close attention to details. And as you can see, the result speaks for itself. I also was very heartened and very happy to hear when you said that this project or this contest, the process of doing this contest has helped you to realize that working alone is hard and stressful. And then working with a lot of people, with a team, actually lighten your burden, and you probably got bigger results for that. And you probably have heard the quote, if you want to walk far, you walk alone. And if you want to walk fast, you walk alone. And if you want to walk far, you walk together. And it seems like that's what you have done. So I highly commend you on the work that you've done. And this evaluation may be a little bit different than usual because I'm not going to evaluate you so much on the way your speech delivery, but rather on the HPL and the process and the project that you have done. You have spoke in great details about how you did it, how you did the preparation, what you did, and I find it very helpful also for people or for other members who may want to be the contest chair, and also the development that you experience, your development as a person, as a leader. I did want to listen more, to hear more about the process or the result of doing the HPL, the High Performance Leadership Project, on yourself. I didn't hear much of that because there are many steps, or they're quite, like how you did the preparation and how you work with the team. So I was missing a little bit of how doing the HPL itself was affecting you and what you learn as a leader from doing that project, from doing the steps in the project. And so my recommendation, and also because I heard that, there was not quite a complete guidance committee in place, the recommendation I have would be to redo the project for the purpose of experiencing the HPL steps and the HPL process itself. For the result you have seen, right? But the development of the leader, I think if you do it again and do it properly with the new guidance committee, with the new team, and do it maybe for the area contest, you will experience a different perspective of the process and the project itself. So that would be my recommendation to you. And for the rest, there's nothing much I would like to put into that. You've done a great job with the contest, but now work on the HPL. Back to you. I know it went over time, sorry.
Thank you, our third evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Miranda, for that clear evaluation. Now moving on to our last speech evaluator. Our fourth evaluator is a member of Universitas Indonesia Toastmasters Club, as well as Bandung Bahasa Toastmasters Club. Her name is Sabrina Fitria, and we can call her Sabrina. She enjoys iced coffee, and she loves to seek opportunities to develop herself constantly. And what I love about Sabrina, although I only meet her online, is her profile picture is exactly the same like her when she's attending online meetings. So you practically won't notice whether she's there or she's not there. So maybe that's a good tip for all of us. So please welcome our fourth evaluator, Toastmaster Sabrina, who will evaluate our fourth speaker, Toastmaster RG.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible and visible.
WTF! Where's the fuel? Fellow Toastmaster and guests, ladies and gentlemen, seeing Toastmaster Batoro Aji's speech before, I can say that he is full of it already. Let us give a big round of applause. Congratulations, Toastmaster Batoro Aji. Congratulations for the speech and for your project completion. Now, I can say that I felt emboldened by the leadership traits that you present to your team and by your speech generally. And to be more precise, there are several things that I like. And the first one would be, just like we all noticed, the WTF trademark. I think that was very clever. Way, time, fuel. And then what is also very interesting is that Toastmaster Batoro Aji didn't immediately elaborate the points, the W, T, and F, with how he did his project, but he also came up with this, I think, an analogy about hiking a mountain. So that was very clever and that was very well structured for each point. That was nice. And then the second one would be the quotation. I think we all noticed that he had at least 2 quotations from public figure that he presented in his speech, like a leader is someone who shows you the way, leads the way, something like that. I think those kind of quotations in this particular speech really supported the message. So that was really nice. But Toastmaster Batoro Aji, allow me to gear you up so that you can perform even much better in the future. Because this is, I think, is good already. And the first one that I think you can do is hand gesture. Let's talk about body language for a while, shall we? Now, I realized that you had this unintentional body language, which is your hand gesture. You tend to do this thing for several times. And I think this hand gesture is not very sufficient and didn't really serve any purposes to each of the sentences that you gave. So my humble suggestion for you would be just use or consider to add some hand gestures that will be more purposeful. For example, when you say I, always do something like this. Point at yourself, I, or maybe when you try to mention several points, point 1, point 2, point 3, something like that. Always do purposeful hand gestures. And my mentor said, if you don't do nothing, just do your hand like this, not like the musician, but like this, yeah, something like that. So it will make it less awkward. And then the second one would be, I think it could be better if you can be more specific about the project itself. I mean, I think that you did it very well when it comes to the explanation, but then again, what is the project actually? I didn't really get much pictures of it from your speech. What I think you can do more is to be more specific in the examples so that the audience can get a better picture what is actually the project that you did. But then at the end of the day, you've done very good. And when it comes to public speaking, always stay on track, watch at the time, and stay motivated. Thank you, Madam G.
Thank you, our fourth evaluator, Toastmaster Sabrina, for your detailed evaluation. Now we have concluded the first part of evaluation session, prepare speeches evaluation. So I would like to call our timer to give his report, but let me introduce him a little bit. He is an international relations fresh graduate and he is a proud Balinese. Our timer, Dede Mahotama's hobbies are reading, traveling, playing video games, learning multiple languages, and watching films. Now he is enthusiastically waiting for the end of the pandemic era. I have a bad news, Dede. I don't think it's gonna end soon, but you can share your time report now. Please welcome Toastmaster Dede.
Thank you, GE. Although yes, it's a bad news that pandemic is nowhere to end, but yeah, it's just a good thing just to wait patiently and hope for the best. Now for the for all of the main speaker time, and I'm pleased to announce that all of the main speaker is eligible for the ball up. And as for the table topic speaker, I'm sorry for Vincent and Anda Wijaya, both of you are not eligible for the ballot. But as for Seni and Jervin, they are eligible, of course. And also the evaluator. I'm sorry, Mother Miranda, you are not eligible. Although I don't want to I don't want to make you angry or in purpose or not, but that's just the fact. And for the rest of the evaluator, Safira, Ben, and Sabrina, three of you are eligible for the ballot counter. So that's all for me. Thank you, and back to GE.
Thank you, timer. Dede, good job on keeping track of time of our speakers and really focusing and also posting the result in the chat box. Really appreciate you. Thank you, Dede. All right, I would like to invite the ballot counter, Yuliani, to launch the poll, please. Okay, now in your screen, you will see that it is a time to vote. So please cast your vote for the best prepared speech, best impromptu speech, and best evaluation. While waiting for you to while waiting for you to cast your vote, I would like to continue on to our next part of the evaluation session, the technical evaluation. So first up in my team is our table topic evaluator, Eric Vic Johnson. I remember Eric, I actually met Eric in 2020 or 2019, I kind of forgot, but when he was in Bali, and I remember him because he was singing a song that still resonated with me until now. I think it was Circle of Life from Lion King. And I think Eric has a generous heart as wide as his vocal range. So I can't wait to hear his feedback for our table topic speakers. Please welcome our table topic evaluator, Toastmaster Eric.
Thank you, GE. I'd like to welcome Seni to the virtual stage. If we could spotlight her as well, thank you.
She is still turned off. Okay, now.
No problem. Welcome, Seni. Thank you for a wonderful table topic speech. What I really noticed from your speech was the thoughtful pausing and your eye movements. It seemed so natural. It was like I was just talking to you in your living room and you're just thinking, and then you looked at me and then you think a little more. It just seemed very natural. It didn't, and And I also noticed the hand gestures, the time passed and the courage and the draw me back to my hometown. It just came off. It wasn't planned. I have to plan my hand gestures, but for you, it just came off naturally. One suggestion would be plug in your computer before, but you had a very great recovery. You seemed very comfortable. Just seemed, this is how it is. Wait for a second. That was good. And one other suggestion would be bring us to a moment in time. You talked about going abroad and learning other cultures. So bring us back for just 10 seconds to a very vivid picture of that time. All in all, very comfortable and natural. Thank you. Jarvin, I appreciated, can we have Jarvin on the stage? Jarvin, what I got from your speech was the theme for motivation just popped up all over the place, which was amazing in a table topic. You talked about, I can't stay shy, I have a responsibility. And you talked about being eager to share your knowledge with your students and encouraging me to change myself, you said, and to move on and challenge to talk. And you tried it with your friends. So this idea of motivation came up again and again. And one suggestion I would have for you, similar to what I told Seni, was something specific when you said with your shyness, how are you? Or something like that. Bring us back to a moment in time where you had that feeling of shyness so that we can see it and feel it. All in all, excellent use of the motivation, which you even tied into your summary. Encouragement and motivation come from within. Great conclusion. Thank you. Vincent.
He's
Vincent
not
in the house.
He's not in the
Okay.
meeting.
Okay. I'll hold him till last then, and I'll go ahead with Anda. And I'll still do Vincent, but let's have Anda on the stage, please. Hey, good to see you. It's so important for me to see the person I'm evaluating. What struck me from your speech, Anda, was your gratitude. When you said, lucky me. And when you said, thanks God, yeah, so smooth. It was just, I could see the gratitude coming through, and that was what struck me from your speech, and that's what I'll remember. At the first, I thought you needed to work on your vocal variety. It seemed a bit monotone, but then you came alive when you talked about starting your own business. And it's almost like it was a strategy. You're showing us how boring it was. And then you came alive when you talked about your business. So I don't know if that was intentional, but it was a great use of vocal variety. The suggestion would just be for eye contact. Try to look at the camera, and I realize I'm not doing it myself. So look right at the camera when you're speaking. And it's okay to look away once in a while, like I told Seni. But if you'll keep our attention more if you look at your audience a bit more, and it'll make us more comfortable too. So wonderful gratitude, and you coming alive was great to see.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anda. And Vincent isn't here, but I really liked what I noticed was his authentic smile, and it just broke through. I counted 4 times when he seemed just kind of there, and then suddenly he was alive. He said. Fate had me break out of my shell, or undercover, and to go silently. Or he talked about when he arrived in Sumatra, and each time his face just lit up. And for Vincent, I was recommending that he work on his vocal variety and his eye contact. And I really appreciated his ending, the wild adventure. To me, brought home his message. Back to you, our Tom of the meeting. Thank you.
Yep, it's back to me. TTE Eric, thank you for your positive evaluation. Moving on to my next team member is our grammarian, Toastmaster Reno from Ubud Canggu Toastmasters Club. He is a graphic design guru, full of smile yet passionate and dedicated. He is also a food lover, especially noodles. So you know where you can send all of your Indomie gifts to Reno. All right, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Reno as our grammarian.
Thank you so much, the GE, Natalie. Please, I just want to be sent Indomie goreng because I think it's the best in the world for instant noodle. But enough for that intermezzo. Let me do my short and brief grammarian report So let's start with the word or quote, something that I like from all the speakers that I noticed. First is that Andre, our first speaker, and before he ends his speech, he says, work hard, play hard, and party hard, which is really catching the attention, my attention, especially at the end of his speech. So good job. Next, we have Aji. Days can be weeks can be months, months can be years. This is a very interesting twist on words, so I like it. And next, we have Jervin, our table topic speaker, which she starts her speech with impromptu makes me so nervous, which is true for all of our guest speaker. And next we have Sabrina, our evaluator, is that watch out for the time and stay motivated. It's good. Next we have the last one that in my note is Ayu Wirawati. In the end, we are able to turn adversity into opportunity. Next, improper grammatical uses and suggestions. I don't have too much on my notes, but I'm going to share some of that, which is, again, Wirawati Ayu is can we still alive? It's supposed to be can we still be alive? As far as I know. And then we have Aji. It's just a misspell of measure. You spell it measure. I don't know if that is my connection or you actually spell it wrong, but that's what I heard. That is what I heard. And the last one is the word of the day, embolden. There are some people who are saying it tonight. I catch at least 5 people. And of course, you always do this. Well, a sign when someone says the word of the day. So I want to ask all of you, how many that you do in this entire meeting? Just use the finger, like how much, like 5 maybe or 10, something. Okay. And I actually got at least 7, which is, I think Lita is pretty accurate on that. So good job. With the most is our GE, Natalie. She says that word emboldened for at least 3 times. And of course, there are several people that also use it. For example, Danny, Andre, and Sabrina. That's very notable for you using that word. And I think that's all of my report. It's pretty simple. And back to our lovely general evaluator, Natalie.
Thank you, our grammarian, Toastmaster Reno. A little bit feedback for our grammarian. I love how you make it friendly and you make it conversational. It's not easy for people to learn something if they feel like they were being taught, but you just make it very friendly and conversational, and you had a good listening skill. I would like to suggest just one thing. Maybe when you say point for improvement, you don't need to mention name. Instead, you can invite the audience. This is what I learned. And I hope that we all can learn from this. So to include the audience as well, instead of pointing out the names. Great job, Reno, our grammarian. Moving on to our counter. He is a tax consultant, tax court attorney, and also tax trainer. He has given sessions about tax, accounting, financial report, multiple times online and offline. Yet he is still thirsty for improvement, and that's why he's here in Toastmaster. Please welcome our first time counter Toastmaster Gede Udik Apriyadi.
All right. Thank you, GE. Yeah. This is my report regarding number of times of filler word, filler sounds, and repeating word or phrase that each speaker used during their speech. First, I would like to congratulate for some speaker and also a role taker who has a great speech during the speech they deliver. They only use a few pillar words, less than, based on my observations, just few pillar word and pillar sounds and repeated word is less than 7, especially for our GE, great GE, Natalie, Reno, Yuliani, Pinghendra, Eric, Andre, and Aji and Seni. Today, I also found some speaker and role taker who use a significant or express filler word and filler sounds, especially like for Amelia, I found a number of filler word and sound that she uses 20. Most of the filler word that use is so and and the filler sound is and her. And then there is a table topic speaker Jervin. Totally the number is 20. Most of the filler sound and word that used during the speech is and then. And next is Vincent. Total is around also 19 based on my observations. Most of the filler sound that used during the speech is and the last one is anda. The most filler sound and word that has been used during the speech is and 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 because. I think that's it. That's all from me. Back to you, GE. Thank you.
Thank you, our up counter, Toastmaster Gede. Wow, it's not easy, right, to apply your listening skill and really try to catch every single detail of what people said. So I really commend you on your first step to challenge yourself. And you did well. I would like to suggest you to share your report so people here can see the visual, because human is a visual person. When they see numbers, I mean, you're an accountant, you know it better than me. When they see numbers and when they see their names, they kind of like can connect that. Oh, I can learn. This is my major crutches. I can learn to improve on that. So overall, it was great. Good day. I would like to challenge you to try different roles because I know you can do it. Okay, guys, that's it. And then now it's my time to do a general evaluation for this whole meeting. First up, I love how our club Magical Bali start on time. I also love how we can manage our professional and also organized style, but still infuse it with friendliness and warmth, because I think that's what makes Magical Bali magical. I would like to commend our President Aji for his active participation in the opening, in the break session. Anytime that he has a chance to speak, he really engaged the audience and really engaged the guests. I think that's a great initiative to make everyone feel included. Now, to give a specific recommendation and feedback for each of the role takers, I will start with our Toastmaster of the meeting, Danny, our first time Tom. Danny, I really appreciate your level of preparedness. You did a training to help other role takers. A lot of you might not realize what happened behind the scene, but Danny was actually conducting a training session for other first-time role takers on Thursday, yesterday. So he really prepared this meeting right from the get-go. I love how you explained the agenda, theme, role taker. You really stick to the agenda, and I appreciate that, how you manage the time as well. My suggestion for you is to make your emceeing or hosting more conversational. I understand this is your first time as a Tom, so you might feel a little bit nervous. Next time when you become Tom, make it more conversational. Always start with a smile and relax your vocal cord. That's the only suggestion I would like to give to you. Then our table topic master, Toastmaster Ping Hendra. Oh, Ping, you're always enthusiastic and friendly, and I really appreciate your energy. I like how you explain the purpose and timing for table topic again, so everyone is clear what to expect. And the questions that you pick also related to the theme. I would like to offer to you one suggestion. You can actually utilize the chat box. When you utilize the chat box, you can get the people line up even before table topic session started. So you can start after the fourth speaker finish or towards finishing, you can start chatting in the chat box. Hey, next session is table topic. I only have 4 slots. Put your name in the chat box if you want that slot. So you don't have to waste some time and trying to, are you there? Marian, counter, timer, and ballot counter. I've already offered some of my feedback earlier, but I would like to give special commendation to our first time timer, Dede Mahotama, from the preparation and execution, 10 out of 10. Great job. Now let's go on to the 4 speech evaluators as well as table topic evaluator. In general, all evaluators today have demonstrated a great sample of sandwich method evaluation. So they start with identifying and celebrating the strength of the speaker. They also follow it up with some specific and practical recommendation and close it up with a very encouraging remarks. Now let's start with table topic evaluator Eric. Eric, I think one of your strengths as a speaker is you really are able to connect with your audience. How you spoke from the heart and how you managed to involve them and make them feel appreciated and special. I think that's one of your strengths as a speaker. You reminded me of a quote from Maya Angelou. People might forget what you say, but they will remember how you make them feel, and you make them feel special and encouraged. So thank you, Eric. Great feedback as well, to the point and positive. For the first evaluator, Bia, one thing that stood out for me is you're very encouraging in terms of when you deliver your evaluation. One suggestion for you is to pay attention to your language. I noticed that you say however, and when you say however, it's similar when you say but, however, blah, blah, blah. It's negate the impact of what you have set up earlier. So you can actually say, instead of saying however, you can say, Toastmaster Andre, I would like to suggest to you 2 things for your improvement. It's the same thing, but it's the same thing, but it doesn't have the negative connotation that Andre has done something wrong and then this is the right thing. The second evaluator, Ben, I love how you gave a general feedback to all of the audience, how evaluator can actually contact the speaker. And by doing so, you are able to give a more specific and beneficial evaluation. I think that's a great reminder, Ben, that you shared to us. Thank you for sharing that. For you, I think because you're quite an advanced evaluator, I'll focus on one detail, is to add signposting language. When you did your evaluation, it was generally very smooth, but I will appreciate it if you can start by saying, if you can also slip in some, okay, so the first thing that I appreciate from your speech is this, second thing, blah, blah, blah. So I think you can improve on this first and the second, or something like that. So just I can keep track in my mind how many points that you have shared. But great job at doing summary at the end. Third evaluator, Miranda, the clarity on your evaluation point is something that I appreciate because you're evaluating HPL, and I agree with you. It's better to evaluate the content and the whole project rather than the delivery of the speech in itself, because that will be more beneficial for Amelia. So I commend you on doing that. Make your points and evaluation points very clear, and your attention to detail was remarkable. Because you're such an advanced and experienced speaker, I was like a little bit nitpicking. I noticed that you said very, very, very much. So I would like to encourage you to find a replacement word. For example, instead of saying very, very good at something, you can say excellent, blah, blah, blah. That's it. And last evaluator, Sabrina Fitria. I love how you managed to analyze the speech and really dissected it. It was clear, it was analytical and also positive. One thing I would like to suggest to you, especially if you're going to compete in a contest, is to add summary at the end. In Toastmaster speech contest, summation will give you 15 mark if you do it in a full mark. So without summation, 0. So pay attention to that and try to add summary at the end of your speech. I think that's all, and we're pretty good on time. So thank you guys for a great meeting today. I would like to invite our ballot counter, if she's here. Toastmaster Yuni? No?
She's not here, so I will take the ballot. Okay.
All right. Okay. So I'll give it back to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Dennis Surya.
Okay, thank you, GE. Okay, so let's we come to the exciting moment, the announcer of the winner. So first one is the speaker of the best speaker of the favorite speaker of this meeting. So drum roll, please. Ding, 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 ding. The winner is, and the winner is Andre Maure. Congratulations for Andre Maure.
Thank you everyone.
Right.
Thank you, Danny.
Okay, thank you. And the second, the best table topic for this meeting. Drum roll, please. Ding, 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 ding. And Seni Karani, congrats for Seni to be the best table topic. And the last one is for the best evaluator. Let's see. Drum roll. Ding, 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 ding. And then the is Safira Nabila, congrats for the evaluator. Okay. And now.
Thank you everyone.
Okay, thank you. Now let's welcome the Tom. Okay, thank you everyone. This end of the meeting. So I will call our president, Dr. Aji. There's and time for you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Danny, for leading this tonight's meeting. And that is it, guys. The meeting for Magical Bali for tonight. And I would like to thank you for all the role takers, especially the role takers from outside the club. Let me mention one by one. Thank you, Grammarian, Reno from Ubud Canggu, and thank you, my evaluator, Sabrina Fritia from UTMC, and thank you to Safira. Is Safira still here? Okay, Safira from Malang TMC. Thank you. Thank you so much for your help. And now, guys, I have some announcement of what happened between the last meeting and now. So I would like to share my screen first. So achievement that members has accomplished. So congratulations for John Manurung on completing level 1 in presentation mastery. Keep up the good work. And yeah, now I would like to hear some feedbacks from the guests. Can I hear feedback from, is Jarvin still here? Hi, Jarvin. Hello, we are already in the end of the meeting and we would love to hear your opinion about the meeting.
So sorry, I got.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. So can you please share your feedback, your opinion about this meeting, what you like, and maybe something that you think that we can improve?
Okay. Thank you for the chance, and I'm so sorry my connection is I just read from the chat. Jervin Here is here. It's Here. Okay, nice. Thank you, timer. Okay. So what I like from this community, even though I'm a beginner here, so it's my first time joining the Toastmaster community. So I'm so glad that I can learn so many things from here. Your time management is very well, and you are so well organized in this meeting, in this event. So that's what I learned, and then yeah, you guys organize it well. That's the point. And I think would you mind if I ask my friends to join this community, because I
Yes, do
think
it.
Yes, of course.
I think we
Come. We would love to
so
have
sure.
you.
Okay,
Yes,
because
yes, yes, yes.
I think you guys, wow, nice. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so nervous at that time when the TTM asked me to do the table topic, but you guys are so what is that? You help me a lot. You know, you encourage me, you motivate me to break from my shell. So um, that's what I like from this community, and I think I'm so welcome here. I don't know, uh, but I'm comfortable speaking to you guys. Thank you so much.
Yay. Yay. That's lovely to hear from you. And of course, bring your friends. We, like come here together and we'll learn together. Okay, and hope to see you again in our next meeting.
Super.
And our next meeting is going
Thank
to
you.
be on the 19th. It's like the two Friday after this, 2 weeks after this. Okay? All
Okay.
right, hope to see you again. And now I would
Good.
like to hear
Thank you.
another feedback,
Thank
maybe
you so much.
from Jumiati. Hi, Jumiati, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. Wait.
If I'm not mistaken, this is your first time to be here, right? To be in Magical Bali online?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Do
can
you
you
hear
give
me?
your feedback? Yes.
Okay. This is really great meeting. I love it, and I learned something new about it because this is my first time join the meeting in Bali Magical Toastmaster. So yeah, next time I will for sure I will join again. So to get something new. Thank you, everyone.
Yay, thank you. Lovely to hear that and looking forward to have you back in
Thank
more
you.
meeting. And thank you for sharing the recipe for us in
Sure.
the
So
beginning.
next time I will send to you. Feel free
Okay.
to ask.
All right. All right, everybody. And with that, I would like to adjourn this meeting and thank you so much for having this meeting. I have fun meeting and enjoying meeting. So yeah, with this, I adjourn the meeting. I don't know if you guys can hear that.